Oh, I'm really excited for the city. I'm excited for our franchise, and extremely excited and happy for Rob and for Magic and for Jeannie. I mean, this is, it's pretty sensational how quickly things turn around. But it's been a patient process. It's been something that's been in the works and clearing cap space for quite some time. I mean, it took a lot of strategizing and a lot of thought to be able to clear up cap space, and they've done a fantastic job. So I'm extremely happy for them. I just wanted to welcome him to the organization and to the city and to the family, right? I mean, this is a community, man. We all rally around each other and support each other. So, just letting them know I'm here for him for anything he needs, him, his family, whatever the case may be. We're here, and anything that I can do and my family can do to help them, we're all for it. Magic certainly did the same thing for me when I first showed up here, and he did the same thing for me and Shaq. And so I'm just really excited and happy for him, man. Well, I mean, even if you do have an inkling, it's always, these things are such, they're touch and go, right? I mean, it's like you don't know until it's actually done and executed, right? Because things change on a whim. But you got to think about this for a second. You think about the career Magic's had as a player. Think about his career that he's had as an owner, and now look at what he's doing as president of basketball operations. I mean, and they might want to think about putting another statue up for this guy, man. Well, like I said, I've known Rob long enough to know that he's thought of every scenario imaginable, and then has cut each scenario up in a myriad of different ways. So I think he's prepared for whatever lane they choose to go down, and he's prepared for every option that comes off of that. So they put themselves in a really great situation where they have a lot of choices that they can potentially make, and none of which are bad. And that's a testament to, how he's been able to manage this situation. Well, I think they have a style of play that they want to focus on. It's a cultural thing of movement of the ball, movement of players, playing off the ball. I mean, those are things that that's how Luke grew up in the game. Be it with Phil and the time that he spent with Steve up in Golden State, it's all predicated on player movement and ball movement. So I don't see that changing much. And I think adding LeBron, who's just a fantastic passer with the size that he has, the shooting ability, ball handling ability, is going to do nothing but accentuate that. His mindset is not going to change. He's going to just keep doing what he does. I mean, he's going to play the way that he knows how to play. He's going to step up and compete and rise to the level of these challenges. I don't see him having any issues with that whatsoever. And in terms of the team, you just got to focus on what we have to do. That's all. Just focus on getting better every single day. Don't worry about what the other teams are doing. Just focus on getting better, so when the playoffs come around, you're playing at your absolute best. And that's what's really the most important thing. You got to focus on your own race at that level. Well, it's important to the town, it's important to Laker Nation, but it's also important to the NBA as a whole. When the Lakers are doing well, the league does much better. The game becomes much more exciting. The narrative around the sport becomes more compelling. But for us Laker fans, man, it's been a long time coming, and it's good to be back in the mix of the conversation, right? Whereas before, it's kind of a thing where, the Lakers have some young players, but nobody really expects much from them throughout the course of the year in terms of in terms of a team. Now that narrative has shifted, and it feels good to be in the middle of that conversation again. Hey, what's up, Jimmy the Hill?
Nothing much. How you doing? You know how much we appreciate you doing this.
Come on, brother. I'd do anything for you, man.
I appreciate. One of the other things is the great friendship that you and LeBron have, and many people think that since you were competitors, you didn't like each other. But there is this friendship here, and I was also wondering when did you talk to him? You talked to him last night?
Yeah, I talked to him last night, and the thing about me and Bron is that we played against each other, and we had a window there where we could have faced each other in the finals. But it's a huge generation gap, so it's not like we're really direct competitors, right? But even if we were, it's like this is like, you know, the Lakers, we're like a fraternity, bro. Once you retire, it becomes all about the organization, and the next player that is in that jersey, the next players that are in that jersey, the players who've come before have a responsibility to help them win more championships. Because that's what we do. James did the same thing for me, Magic, B. Scott, you know, Cap, Silk. You know, everybody's always around to try to help you out and help you be successful, because what we care about the most is that purple and gold.
One other thing, how are you enjoying being an analyst these days? Because I'm getting a kick out of and learning a great deal more about basketball than I thought I knew before.
You know, I'm really enjoying it, man, because I get a chance to share a lot of the knowledge that I learned from the great coaches that I've had, and a lot of the things that I learned from the great players who came before me, and I get a chance to share that with the next generation. So I enjoy doing that, man. I enjoy sharing that, and you know, looking at my peers and also younger athletes see the game a little differently, and hopefully, like, the 12-year-old kid is watching it, right? And they're processing these very complicated concepts. Hopefully that means that when they're 22, 23, 24, their knowledge of the game is going to be far beyond anything that I could ever imagine, because they started studying the game at such an early age, and that's the hope.
Do you miss lacing them up just a little bit?
No, I don't. I don't. Honestly, I don't. I love basketball. My daughter plays, and I coach her team, and we practice every single day. So I'm around the game, and from that aspect, I enjoy teaching it. But I got to tell you, man, I love coming to the studio and writing and working and helping bring out the best from all the creative talent that we have in here, and excited about the projects we have coming out. So, I've had a nice, long 20-year run.
Okay, man. Thanks so much. Have a good day.
You got it, brother.